welcome to Home Theatre. My name is Lauren LeBrock and I'll be looking after you tonight. Can I please start by asking you to make sure you've put all your phones on silent? Okay. Thank you. Thank you. So firstly, I just want to say thank you to Khafi for allowing us into your home and for telling our performer Joanne a little bit about you. Through this conversation, Joanne has spent the week making a little show specifically for Khafi. Joanne is currently behind the curtains, as you can see, just getting ready and prepared. Also in the room is Tom Jordan, who is from Reading University, and he is filming the performance to go onto our website. They may also film some of your reactions during and after the show. Like I said, I've checked with you if that's okay. Thank you for that. You are one of the 30 homes all across London that in a few minutes will have their own shows starting. This project is all being produced by the theatre where we all work, called Theatre Royal Stratford East in East London, right near the Olympic Park. It's part of our theatre's commitment to bring theatre to the people and to develop new work that celebrates and explores the stories that come out of the wonderful city. At the end of the show, which will be about 20 minutes, Khafi has kindly provided refreshments for us all. Thank you. So while we eat and drink, we'd like to get our feedback on what you saw, and the performer will be able to answer any questions. I'll also be on hand to answer any questions about home theatre or our theatre, the Theatre Royal Stratford East. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, can I introduce Joanne and her show called Love Yourself.
I love the theatre. I love how personal it is. I feel like whenever you're in the theatre, I feel like everything's directed towards you, like everything's towards you. So how much more personal would it be if it was in my own home? I feel it was really a brilliant concept, an amazing concept. And yeah, I just think it's an amazing concept. Hello and welcome. My name is Maria Sanchez, and today I will be talking about teens and the way the media makes them have a low self-esteem. But before that, we will be talking about the police, our special forces, but that story will come up later. Carrying on for tonight, discussion, self-esteem. Now, it's become a real big problem, and it's not just in the UK, it's worldwide. And we have a special guest today, a Dr. Phelps, who will be telling us a little bit more about that story, discussing about how this thinking disorder is happening a lot more. Over to you, Dr. Phelps. Oh, hi, welcome. My name is Dr. Phelps, and I'm going to be talking to you about self-esteem today. Basically, low self-esteem is a thinking disorder in which an individual views themselves as inadequate, unworthy, unlovable, or incompetent. Once formed, this negative view of self permits every thought, producing faulty assumptions and ongoing self-defeating behaviour. So, things like today's media and beauty idols create anxiety for teens and lead them to believe that they need to be tall, tan, thin, busty, blemish-free, or even a size 0. Thank you for that, Dr. Phelps. So, we know that low self-esteem is a big problem. How can we get teens to realise that beauty cannot be bought? It comes in all shapes and sizes. Is it a case of needing more campaigns like the Duff campaign for self-esteem? Well, I'm going to show you a clip of these voices of girls suffering from low self-esteem.
In the
21st century, we have been exposed to more commercial advertisements than ever before. The average adolescent girl views over 200 unrealistic advertisements on TV per day, bringing a new perception of beauty with each one. The number one issue with teen girls in the world today is poor body image and self-esteem.
Body image is how you see yourself mentally and physically. A healthy body image is one that you can accept and you can look in the mirror and say, I accept that's the way I am.
Airbrush and fake models are everywhere in the media, selling everything from cars to phones.
Makeup ads and body products pretty much just make us feel like really bad about ourselves, and it makes us buy their products, so pretty much like they win. It's their tactic, and we buy the products to pretty much help us build our self-esteem.
When I see these half-naked girls on TV, it makes me start to question everything I thought before. Like, I thought I was fine, healthy, whatever, but then I see these models on TV, and I'm like, wow, am I supposed to look like that? I kind of want to, and so it kind of makes me try to think of how I can do that, and it's not good. I really start to get down on myself, and I look at these perfect bodies, and I start to think, wow, how can I look like that?
The pressures we put on the youth today. Now we will be back shortly after this break interval. Hi, they call me Jones, Vinnie Jones, and today I'm going to be talking to you about hands-only CPR. You know, it's alright being a tough guy. 'Cause say, a geezer collapses in front of you. What are you going to do? I'll tell you. You're going to do hands-only CPR. But first, I need a volunteer. Oh, it's me. Oh. So he collapses. First things first, what do? You see if he's responsive. If you don't get a reaction, then you see how he breathes. If he's breathing like that, you know he's suffering from cardiac arrest. So what you're going to do, you lock your hands together. You push down between the bosom and you pump to staying alive. That's right. Once you call the ambulance, you continue this until they arrive. Staying alive, staying alive. Staying alive. Hands only CPR. It ain't as hard as you think. Welcome back. Before the break, we were talking about teen self-esteem, and here to tell her story is Tara Reid, who now mentors females elder and younger. Over to you, Tara. Yes. Is it together? Okay then, brilliant. Tara Reid on her story of low self-esteem. Hello, Tara, are you there? Tara? Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting it. It's a live feed, by the way. It's a live feed. Tara? Oh, you're going to have to take another break. No, okay. Oh, Tara's on her way. Tara's on her way. Tara, are you there? Oh, it's a very real fact that a lot of girls, even old women, deal with low self-esteem. And I suffered from low self-esteem. I didn't know how much I was worth. And when I got saved, it got better, it got better, it got better. And finally, I had my aha moment. The light bulb went off in my head, and I was able to say, you know what? I am a child of God. I am worth more, and I am valued more than what you say I am and what you think I am. So with that being said, it's just a process. It really, truly is a process about learning about who you are in Christ. And we are teaching, or I am teaching the girls who they are in Christ. Every Sunday, we are breaking down a little bit more about that superficial barrier that they have built up, that the world has said, you should be this way, you should be thin, you should be 120 pounds, you should not be eating meat, you should not be doing this, you should not be doing that. You should look to the magazines to see how you're supposed to look. You should look to the magazine to see how you are or what you should be wearing. We want to debunk all that, really and truly. It's good, it's nice, it's fine to a certain degree, but when you lose sight of what God wants you to be, then it really is truly a problem. You know, it's okay that you wear the latest fashion, but don't lose your moderation in the process. It's okay to have makeup, but don't lose yourself to the point where you cannot go outside the house without makeup. It's okay to have your hair in the latest style, but don't lose yourself by thinking, you know what, I cannot go outside the house without my hair looking perfect. You know, nothing about ourselves is probably ever be perfect in that aspect. And we need to also understand that what the world says about us and what God says about us is not always going to match up. We have to ultimately decide, who are we going to trust? And I decided a long time ago to put my trust in God and what His Word says about me. Thank you, Tara. Heading back to the studio, we all know that low self-esteem amongst the young is a very, very big issue. And, you know, we really, really need to ask ourselves this question. Do we have to go outside our houses every single day expecting to look perfect? Well, the answer is no. But the answer is no because, you know, you've got to love yourself. But we have things like the media that lead us to believe otherwise. It's stressful enough in life as it is without these added pressures. Here's a study from St. James's School that we done. The survey showed that 44% of high school girls and 15% of boys are attempting to lose weight. Over 70% of girls aged 15 to 17 avoid normal daily activities such as attending school because of the way they look. If they feel bad, they will not go to school. 75% of girls with low self-esteem reported engaging in negative activities such as cutting, smoking, drug abuse, eating disorders. And about 20% of teens will experience depression before the age of adulthood. Now, here to share her own personal story on depression with us is a very inspiring and special guest. And I would like you to give her a warm welcome, Khafi, to the stage. Hello, Khafi.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. How are you?
I'm well, thank you, I'm well.
Good, good. So, you know, as a teenager, you went through a whole kind of depression. Explain more about your story.
Well, you know what, it's quite difficult really because I was diagnosed with depression, but I don't know, I think it was like a mix of so many different things. So with me, it was just constantly feeling bad about myself. I just constantly felt bad about myself, and I just constantly felt like I wasn't worth anything really. I wasn't worth the time of other people. I'll look at myself in the mirror and I'll just feel like I'm so ugly. And that was the conversation I had with myself every single day. But, you know, it was a constant thing that I just kept on thinking that I had to, you know, keep up appearances. I don't know if you've seen that TV show with Mrs. Bucket, you know. I constantly felt like that was my life. I had to keep on keeping up these appearances. But you know what? Then I just had to realise that, you know, I am who I am, and I couldn't keep on keeping up these appearances. It got to the point that I couldn't take it anymore, really.
So what advice would you give to our younger audiences about this situation?
Well, you know what? I'll just say, love yourself for who you are. You know, be your best. Don't keep comparing yourself to other people. Don't keep trying to be someone else, or don't keep trying to be, you know, better than someone else, or being, you know, trying to be, oh, I'm going to live up to their expectations. You're your own person. Do your own thing and be yourself. That is the biggest thing you can do. That is the biggest thing you can do. And that's what I just had to do, because I couldn't keep on living up to these expectations and keeping up these appearances. I just couldn't. But now I realise that my life is so much better. I've got so much more life, and I've got so much more energy just because I'm confident in myself. And, you know, before I couldn't get friends. I wouldn't be able to make friends because people didn't want to be around me. But I see the complete difference now that I'm being myself. And, you know, I've got loads of friends.
And you feel better for
I
that?
feel absolutely better. And it's not... And I don't want to break it down to, you know, something so simple to say, oh, I've got friends, or I didn't have friends before. But it's just about really being confident in yourself and knowing that you are who you are, and you are amazing. It's literally that simple. Just knowing that you are amazing.
Thank you, Khafi. Thank you very much for
You're welcome.
sharing that story with us. I would also like to share something with you. You know, earlier on, I was speaking to you earlier in the week, and you know, we all have our own self-esteem issues, and I did as a child, growing up, and I just really wanted to give something back to you. So I decided to write a poem on my own issues, and yeah, you really inspired me to do this, so this is for you. I wanted to be a ballerina, but apparently I had too much tits and ass. It affected me in the biggest way, so I decided on a plan. I stuck my fingers into my throat and vomited everything that would pass. This ritual went on for a while, but still there was tits and ass. To be told your dream would never come true was like a stiff kick to the ribs followed by a jab. The world was just ended in your eyes. What will I do? I have no use. Look at you. You're just waste, man. Now I'm feeling low. Oh, so low. I just want to burst out and cry. That's what I was good at. And now she's killed my vibe. What the hell was her problem? How can you laugh at my dream? I was going to be that ballerina. Yes, that ballerina was going to be me. One day I prayed. I prayed real hard for something amazing to come. I got a part in a musical and they asked me to shake my bum. It was the best thing that could ever happen to me, especially being the first one. To book a job in your first year when they told you would never get one. I was still hurt, but realised that there was more to dance than just ballet. I was better off at a different style, and I grew to be fantastic. I saw the light and followed it right, and the journey's been bombastic, and I thank that big guy upstairs, because you know what? He made me love the things I hated. That's right, my tits and ass. So this is something that I wrote, and I want to give to you as a gift.
Thank you so much.
That's okay. Thank you. You can be seated now. Thank you. And thank you so much for sharing that story with us.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
So now I hope you all realise how important it is as parents to really know what's going on with your child's life. As our studies showed that people, girls, boys, thought that they couldn't really speak about the situation, therefore their parents didn't know what was going on. And we as parents, adults, elders need to know what is going on in our child's mind and really guide them forward. And I'm going to end this by saying we as adults need to help our youth believe in themselves and really realise we as human beings are amazing. Look at these images and see the true beauty for yourselves. Forget the fakeness. And just to finish off, I just thought we needed to have like an uplifting ending. So this is what I tend to do when I'm feeling kind of down, feeling blue, and really want to get myself going again. And this is for you all. What I do when I'm feeling down and blue,
It's your boy.
I look in that mirror right there.
Let's go.
And I tell myself, you're good, girl. Oh, yeah. And then I start dancing to myself. Oh, yeah.